In this video, we will be setting up the environment to be ready to start building our API. We need to download and install the following tools. Install Visual Studio 2022. This is a powerful integrated development environment for building application, website, and services. We need to install SQL Server, a relational database management system, also known as rdbms, used for storing and managing data. We need SQL Server Management Studio, a tool for managing SQL Server instances and databases. And finally, we need to install Postman, which is a platform to use in testing APIs. Let's jump to the browser and start downloading and installing these tools. I will walk you through on how to install them on Windows. On the browser, search for Visual Studio 2022. Go to the download page and select the Community Edition. This edition is free and contains pretty much of the features that are needed to develop our API. Once the download completes, click Install. This will open Visual Studio Installer. Install Visual Studio 2022. Check ASP.NET and Web Development and click Install. This will install .NET Framework and ASP.NET Development prerequisites. Once the installer completes, open Visual Studio. We can test with a simple console application to print Hello World. Now let's do it quickly. Open Visual Studio, create a console application. Build and run to print Hello World. This shows that we have successfully installed Visual Studio 2022. Now let's move to the next tool, which is SQL Server. On the browser, search for SQL Server downloads. Navigate to the downloads page and download Express Edition. This is free and has all the features that we need in storing and managing data. Click to run and install the SQL Server. Use SQL Server Configuration Manager to reconfigure the server connections. However, we will not change any configuration here. We'll leave it as it is for now. To view instances of SQL LocalDB installed on your machine, use SQL LocalDB utility. Open CMD and run the following command. This will return a list of LocalDB instances. The command is SQL LocalDB i.4. We will use SQL LocalDB instance to store the current data. If you do not have this LocalDB in the list above, you can use the following command to create and start it. The command is SQL LocalDB, C for create, SQL LocalDB is our instance, and then S for start. Now list all the LocalDB instances using the command SQL LocalDB I and see if our instance is part of the list. Yeah, it's there. Great. We need to install the third tool, which is SQL Server Management Studio, known as SSMS, to help us managing SQL Server instances and databases. We will use this to query, design, and manage our databases. Now go to the browser and search for SSMS. Download free SQL Server Management Studio. Install it. Go to your computer and search for SSMS. Open it and connect using the server type. Leave it as database engine. The server name is LocalDB, SQL LocalDB, the instance that we created. Authentication, leave it to Windows Authentication. Now click Connect. Once you have connected successfully, right click on the databases and add a new database. On the newly created database, right click on Tables to add a new table. This is just to test if you're able to connect to our LocalDB, the SQL LocalDB instance. If you're able to create a database, to create a new table, then it means we have successfully set up our database environment. Finally, we need to install Postman for testing our APIs. Open your browser and search for Postman. Download the application and install it. Once installed successfully, you need to start it. In your computer, search for Postman and open it if it's not yet open. Now test Postman by sending a GET request to this API endpoint. This will return a random dog image. Click on the image URL to open a new tab on the Postman. Now click Send to submit a GET request to view the dog image. And you can view the dog image as the response. We have successfully installed all the required tools for starting building our API. This marks the end of this video. Do not miss episode 3 where we start building our project. Remember, let's code, create and learn how to develop REST API together. Thank you.